opinion, he gave this game away. Kieran Trippier must be laughing in Spanish right now at Atletico Madrid because he's not going through these problems. He's not going through these problems. You are 1-0 up, and then you get 1-1. At least you can do is take a draw. But this guy is giving away penalties like it's half price. Like, what's going on? And the Pochettino must be thinking, I think I got rid of the wrong right back here. Kyle Walker-Peters might be getting a run out soon because I've never seen Serge Aurier give out a good performance. And I know I'm meant to be like, oh yeah, I'm not meant to be so harsh in these plays, but he is poor. And he's not even just that he's poor. Welcome back to the 3 Point Show. It's your host with the most, Michael, also known as Michael. We've had a little break, but we're back. Before we start this video, make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends and whatnot. Comment if I say anything treacherous or even if you agree. You dig what I'm saying? Yeah, but do make sure you subscribe as well. Where should we start? There's actually only one place we can start. So, before the weekend happens, it's Friday. Just came back from work and I was thinking, oh, what am I going to do today? Is there any football on? Maybe normally it's like Ligue 1, as they would say, or you just see football here and there. So then I was surprised, to my surprise, there was a Premier League game which was Southampton versus Leicester. Now, that was the most embarrassing performance I saw since I can remember. I thought Man City Watford was bad, but this was worse. Even though Southampton did have a red card, and rightly so, it was bad. I'll just explain to you really like this, because sometimes you need the past to predict the future. And if I didn't say so already, Southampton lost at home. Now, let me explain what's... So, as I said, you need the past to predict the future. You look at someone like Ayoze Perez. Ayoze Perez is not Messi, he's not Ronaldo. You know what I mean? That's not a slight. I think he knows that himself. He's still a good player for Leicester. They signed him in the summer. He got 12 goals last year. Now, Ayoze Perez, anytime he is coming up against Southampton, he must be licking his lips. In his last 3 games against Southampton, he scored 7 goals. Bear in mind, so he scored a hat-trick on Friday, and last year he scored 4 goals in 2 games. So let me just break it down even further and explain what Ayoze Perez has done. He scored 12 goals last year. 33% of his goals came against one team. Now we need to start looking at. I think it's about time that Southampton go down. Let me just give you a quick overview about what's happened. It was a competitive game for the first 5 minutes. Unfortunately for Southampton, a game doesn't last 5 minutes. You still got 90 minutes to play, plus extra time, whatever gets added on. They get in the 12th minute, you get a red card, rightly so. Before you know it, the floodgates opened. Everyone was scoring goals like it was a training ground drill. Noah only letting 2 at a time at the arc. But in St. Mary's, 9, everyone queue up, everyone going in. Alright, so you knew you were going to be in trouble when Ayoze Perez is at the double. He's on form. He's on form. You already know what's coming. Yeah, he's smoked you several times before. But when you know arguably the most informed striker in the league right now hasn't scored, and you've got 10 men, yeah, you are in trouble. And that's what he did. Jamie Vardy stepped up and delivered. He scored a hat-trick. That made 2 hat-tricks in the game. Forgive me if I can't remember who else scored. I think Tielemans scored, James Maddison scored, somebody else. So unfortunately, I can't remember. But what I was going to say is you do need the past to predict the future. And I'll tell you what happened. So in the Premier League, there's only been one other time that 2 players for the same team have scored a hat-trick. That was in 2003. It was Jermaine Pennant and Robert Perez. And lo and behold, guess what team it was? Southampton. They lost 6-1 in 2003. Now you've now broken another record. This it is about time that you go down. There's nothing I can say about them. Nothing I can say about them. It's getting. It's poor. It's poor. It's poor beyond belief. And I don't know what I can say about this team. Leicester do look like they're coming up, and which is going to bring us up back into my next topic. A couple of weeks ago, we spoke about there's going to be no more top four in the Premier League. There is no top four. The top four is done. If it's not done, then that means there's a top 5 or top 6. Because anyone can beat anyone except for, not everyone can beat Liverpool, Man City. But that pack, it's done. You are done for. It's over. All those times that you can go to an away ground and win against these lower teams, it's not happening anymore. We're going to talk about what the disaster class that Crystal Palace did. The disaster class that Arsenal had against Crystal Palace after being 2-0 up and drawing, that's not happening anymore. And you got the bagsman, who is Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy hasn't had the most glittering career. I know he started in non-league, but if we're going to be honest now with each other, Jamie Vardy's up there. And when I say up there, I'm talking about in terms of all-time Premier League strikers. He's up there. Let me try to find these stats now. Jamie Vardy right now is on 89 goals in the Premier League. To put this into perspective, and look, think about it, he doesn't get the ratings that he deserves. If we're going to be very, very honest, he's been in the Premier League 6 years. He's won a Champions League. He wishes. He's won the Premier League. He's got 20 plus goal seasons, and he's on 89 goals. If we're going to look at the people that he surpassed Dennis Bergkamp. Okay, he's not really an out-and-out number 9, but he's 2 goals away from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, James Beattie, Mark Viduka, all these men, Berbatov, that we herald. I think it's about time that Jamie Vardy gets his props. Jamie Vardy has to go down as an all-time English striker. He's not going to get his fair dues because he didn't come out of a top team or because he plays for Leicester. But Jamie Vardy's on that level. He's on that level with these Premier League greats. And if you think about the length of time that he's done it in, you have to marvel. He's 15 goals away from Didier Drogba. Now I ain't saying he's better than Didier Drogba, but you make up your own mind with that. You make up your own mind. That takes me on to my that's Leicester. If we're gonna talk about the Premier League, I think it's only right. There's a few big games that happened today, but there's one that's very important, which is Liverpool versus Tottenham. It was Liverpool at home, which is a fortress. It's time to insert a stat. Sadio Mane has never lost a Premier League game at Anfield. I mean, these records are just amazing. I mean, I don't even know what to think about them. For a man to have not lost a Premier League game at home, and he's been there quite a while. I think he's been there 3, 4, 5 seasons, maybe 3, 4 seasons, and to have not lost one game at home. It's a fortress. And so just to break down to what happened in the game. In the first, I think it was 46 seconds, 47 seconds, Son electrifying, on the wing, cuts back, slaps it against the goalkeeper. I think the goalkeeper saves it or it hits the bar, ricochets back. Harry Kane nods it home. Straight, shock to the system. Liverpool had a shock to the system. But what Liverpool went on and showed me is Liverpool are going to win the Premier League. There is no if, buts and maybes about it. Liverpool win the Premier League. And I'm ready to put anything anybody wants on it. Right. If you're 1-0 up, I think Tottenham, they did a good showing, in my opinion. They had a good showing. So what's happened is, before you know it, Liverpool start gaining momentum in the game. Keep gaining momentum in the game. Before you know it, Jordan Henderson scores. Jordan Henderson scores. Right. Jordan Henderson hasn't scored at Anfield, I think, in God knows when. I want to bring out a stat, I forgot it, but God knows when. He scores a scissors kick. It reminds me of, what's that geezer who used to play for West Ham? Who's that geezer's name that used to play? Paolo Di Canio. He gave me shades of Paolo Di Canio. He gave me shades of Eric Cantona. That's what he did with that. He just bicycle kicked it with his left leg, put it in the bottom corner. Goalkeeper had no chance, guys. Guy's a nigger. Second goal is a penalty in which Serge Aurier takes down Mane in the box. Now let's talk about Serge Aurier for a second. So Serge Aurier is an agent. He's an agent. The fact that I think 2 games ago he got a red card, or in his last 2 showings he's got a red card. The fact that he gives a game, in my opinion, he gave this game away. Kieran Trippier must be laughing in Spanish right now at Atletico Madrid because he's not going through these problems. He's not going through these problems. You are 1-0 up, and then you get 1-1. At least you can do is take a draw. But this guy is giving away penalties like it's half price. What's going on? And the Pochettino must be thinking, I think I got rid of the wrong right back here. Kyle Walker-Peters might be getting a run out soon because I've never seen Serge Aurier give out a good performance. And I know I'm meant to be like, oh yeah, I'm not meant to be so harsh in these plays, but he is poor. And he's not even just that he's poor. This guy is a liability, and this coming from an Arsenal fan, I know about my fair share of liabilities. He is a liability at right back, and that's a strong place where Tottenham need to strengthen. Tottenham have not had the best of form, but to get a lucky goal like that, at least take a point. Take a point from if you take a point from Liverpool at Anfield, that's almost as big as 3 points for some clubs. But Serge Aurier, you've let yourself and your team down. Now I think everyone's going to downplay it and say, "Oh yeah, it wasn't a penalty," but we all know the truth. So that's Liverpool. I mean, now let me go back to Liverpool. Liverpool shows shades of a Premier League champion. Liverpool don't. How can I explain it? They don't seem like they have any weaknesses at home. Away from home, they have been struggling a little bit. And the reason why I would say they've showed marks of a champion is they remind me of Man United in the 2000s, the Chelsea of the 2000s. In which they weren't playing good football, but lo and behold, there'd be 3 points at the end of the game. Three points at the end of the game. Like what I did there. Anyway, no, but in all seriousness, it's getting to a point where I think they will win it. And I mean, everyone's at their peak at that Liverpool. They might not have the players that wow you in midfield in terms of Hendo, Wijnaldum, Fabinho. But what they do have is a system that works and works for them. Trent is not obviously the best right back, but you don't really actually see him getting annihilated like you do see at fullbacks at other clubs. Wijnaldum, Hendo is not really the most talented. He works hard. He's not really the most, I would say, naturally talented. But you don't really see them getting overrun in midfield. They actually run the most kilometres per mile in the Premier League. I mean, how are you meant to get them? They're good at the back. You had Lovren starting today against Tottenham. Say what you want about Lovren. Lovren thinks he's a top 5 centre-back. And he didn't look out of place today. I mean, some people want to say he's played poor. But at the end of the day, he's got 3 points. And then you have the front three that's on their day is deadly. It's probably the best front three in the world right now. I don't know. But you have to share your thoughts with that. Is Liverpool's front three the best front three in the world, or is there another? I can't think off the top of my head.